So, hi everyone. I'm in the middle of, as you can see, a whole bunch of JSON. Now, what I'm doing, I want to demonstrate for you. By the way, this is Testnet, because if you saw this data exported Zerocoins from a wallet, they're as good as getting private keys. So you can transfer these exported Zerocoins and they come out like this. Actually, they come out more like that. Okay? That's how they come when they're exported from a wallet. Now, I've already imported these ones and I'm using BBEdit. So if you can find another text editor that can do this, take all the white space out, including line ends, then you too can import Zerocoins. As I said, this is Testnet. That's why there's a ridiculous number of Zerocoins here. And I've already been importing them. And the maximum size is 1,993 in length. If I look here, in length. Well, it's actually, that's where the record ends. That square bracket could be there. But that's just how it turned out. Because I finally made a script, because I've been doing this manually in the past. And then when I do this, I'll just hit Command F. By the way, this works absolutely the same whether you're using Linux or Mac OS. And as you can see, Mac OS, the default shell is Z shell. I don't think anyone says Z shell, but anyway, Z shell. And on Linux that I use, Ubuntu, the default shell is Bash, which usually I just use Bash for scripts and things like that. So here we are. Let's import some more. Excuse me. So \S with grep turned on, replace all. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to select all, copy, you can hear the keystrokes I think, and now it's in the clipboard, and this is the maximum size. This is the maximum size I can import without any buffer, being not long enough and things like that. I'll show you the script I've got for launching this, because normally it would just be as simple as val-cli-testnet and then whatever command. But because I've put this particular fail data on an external drive, it was too much for me to bother. It was too much for me to bother with typing everything or remembering everything. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what's in the script that I used to start the wallet. It's either that one, which is that. You can copy and paste. Okay, so data directory, the volume, all of that, and you would customize that as it's convenient for you. Now you see this magic little bit at the end, the dollar and the star. That means that I can invoke that script and I can type the parameters after it and it will accept it into there. I don't know why I'm gesturing with my hands. I haven't got a camera turned on. Here's another one. And I find this convenient because all I've got to do is type that and then there's autocomplete. Okay, so I'll show you, here's the other is the other one. So basically it's the same there. And of course, if you're doing this on mainnet, well, I hope you do this on mainnet, because if so, that would mean you have a lot of Zerocoins and you're sending them to a fresh wallet, and that's what this is for. That's what I'm doing this for. After a year or so of wallet use, you might find, of heavy wallet use, you might find you need to do that. So here we are. That's the location of the data, and that is so that whatever I type afterwards are the parameters for the command. So here I go. Testnet veil CLI, so it doesn't try to load the QT. I've got the same thing for the QT wallet. The QT wallet's running at the moment, and of course, because I have server equals 1 in the veil.conf file, it will accept CLI commands. So here we go. I can do things like get balances, and there they are. I can do as simple as that. List Zerocoin amounts like this. Here we are. And as you can see, I've still got more Zerocoins to import. So this would be a legendary, this would be a ridiculously large mainnet wallet if it was a mainnet wallet. I'm sure there is no such large wallet anywhere in the Veil community on mainnet, but there is on Testnet, and here it is. So up arrow to get there, and now I'm just going to say list transactions, and by the way, the only transactions are the ones where I've been receiving Testnet coins. As you can see, that's only a certain amount. I could, and you might want to know these commands, I can do more. Like, let's say I want to list that much. Here we go. This is where a certain number of parameters are not so good for this script, because I can certainly do it when typing it normally, and most of my wallets are not on this external drive. So yeah, so we have a kind of a limit there. However, one that I have tested that works, import Zerocoins. Oh, and by the way, before I do that, the thing to get all this data would be something like export Zerocoins, not Zerocoins, Zerocoins, and then if you don't know the parameters, you would have help export Zerocoins first, of course, but in this case the question is whether to export spent Zerocoins. Now that would be ludicrous on a very busy staking wallet, and this it would be ridiculous. I can't see any reason to do it in real, in a real world situation. So false means don't export already spent Zerocoins that are invalid already. I've double said already. But anyway, the only Zerocoins I am interested in are the valid ones. The valid ones that can stake immediately, because I'm exporting them and I'll import them into the next wallet, and they can stake immediately because I don't have to remint them or anything. Now the other parameter, I could only export the 10Ks if I wanted, or the 1Ks or the 100s, or the 10s, but I want them all. Normally I would spend the 10s. I would spend the 10s before exporting Zerocoins, just because otherwise, because I'm going to spend them anyway, because I don't want to bloat the wallet with thousands of tens. Okay, and that happens on Testnet, or it happens if you're a whale. Well, thousands of tens, you know. Eventually you get them. Export Zerocoins false, that's what we want, and I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, but you would direct it with the greater than sign there, and you would direct it to a file, zerocoins.json. JSON I use because as a file extension, because and I might further name that and put the date in, for example, like that, or name the wallet or something like that, because I've got wallets in multiple places, and or even some other name that might identify which one, with a date and a computer name. And of course then I would take that and I would get a huge file. I'll get a huge file. See, these have already been split. Okay, the maximum length to the end of the last record is 1993, and the reason is that you hit a maximum number of coins that can be added, and the only reason for that is the total length that just doesn't well, it overruns a buffer or something if you try to do more than that. And the original of this one was like 36,000 lines. So how about I show you the script that could split them? Okay, and you're going to have to copy and paste or type or whatever. By the way, if you've got a Mac and you do a screenshot and then you open the screenshot in preview, you can select text on a graphic, on a picture, and it will give you the text. But just check it, because sometimes there might be a mistake, because basically it's doing OCR, optical character recognition, on the fly. So what I'm looking for, the file that I was just using, here we go, JSON split. Here we go. So this is, I'll open it rather than, that's just a preview. Here we go. So you're going to want to copy that. Okay, copy all of that. Okay, and then it works quite nicely by doing something like, and I'll show you here. Oh, I'm not even on that drive, so I'm going to have to go, here's a nice way to CD, change directory, and find your way back. Okay, alright. So I could, for example, Python 3 JSON split, and then I could, where's the original? Oh, there's the original. I'm not going to execute it because I don't want to overwrite the files I've already done. Okay. Alright, so there we go. And so if I hit enter there, it's going to output all those files, and there you go. Alright, I'm going to pop back to the previous directory. Here we are. And this is just how I organize which Veil wallet I'm using, because this is one that's not released yet. And that's why I mean, it's perfectly fine to use on mainnet or testnet, but I like to keep things separate. So meanwhile, we are back here. I've already imported all of these, so I'll do the next one. Now check whether your text editor can do this. \s will do things like, so you've got all of these possibilities, any white space character including line breaks. That's what we don't, those are what we don't want in our files for importing. So I'm going to replace all, click back here, select all, copy, and then start back here again. Testnet fail -CLI import Zerocoins, and two of these. And of course I've worked all of these things out by trial and error, because unless you have these you get all sorts of errors, because there are all sorts of double quotes in the file itself. Now I've already hit paste, but it's taking a little while. There it is, and I can hit enter, give it a short time, and that's another lot. That's another lot imported. Now the fact that it's not a nice even number shows that there is actually a mix of denominations in these Zerocoins. There are tens, some tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. Mostly 10,000s, of course. And by the way, I'm not actually going to stake on Testnet with these particular ones. This is just a kind of a collection wallet. Sometimes I'll do some mining or whatever. But because this has basically a ridiculously large collection of stuff, just so that everyone's active staking wallets can be de-bloated and not have thousands of tens. They can all be spent somewhere. And it also helps me to keep track of just the testnet people. So for instance, let's find this. If I find the right thing, where is it? Where is it? Looking for it. I can't even see it now. Where's it gone? Here it is. So for instance, there's one of my VPSs with testnet on it, and there are another two testnet wallets, so that's 3 of mine and 3 of other people. And we have a lot more nodes on testnet and mainnet in Veil, because we're doing things like these ones are just there to stake and keep it all moving along. We have nodes in testnet to do things like create snapshots for people to download, because otherwise it takes too long to load up from Genesis, because the Veil blockchain is pretty big. What else? We've got various services running, and all those nodes don't stake. They're just on minimalist VPSs, which they don't have the resources to be staking and increasing the size of the wallet and all of that kind of stuff. So here we go. Now I've just imported that one. Okay. So I had already done those, all the others there. I'll now replace all, select all, copy, testnet, fail, CLI, import, Zerocoins, and paste. Alright, and so I will just hit enter there. I don't actually have to deselect it all. Enter will work. And there we go, another 166 Zerocoins with a value of a bit over 1.5 million testnet Veil. Alright, back to here, and to the next one, and find, replace all, select all, copy, and start again. Testnet, fail, CLI, import Zerocoins. 2 single quotes, paste in the middle of them. And waiting for it. Here we go. Enter. And there's another 166. Alright, back to the text editor and back to the next one here. Find, replace all, select all. Note I'm getting out of the find box when I do the select all, because otherwise that won't work. Excuse me. Testnet, fail, CLI, import Zerocoins, and paste. Okay, that's another one done. Back to the text editor, back to the next file, command, the find command, replace all, and select all, copy, and repeat. Testnet, fail, CLI, import Zerocoins, 2 single quotes, and paste. Now I could be stopping each time and checking the value, but who can be bothered? I would definitely do that. I have done that on mainnet. Each time checked what actually got added based on get balances or this Zerocoin amounts. Okay, so that's another one done. Back to the text editor, the next file. Note I'm not saving these each time, because in their saved state they're just like this. Doesn't matter. I can easily do this again if I had to, but I've never had to. So select all, copy, testnet, fail, or that would be veil, /veil -CLI, and of course I've just put some capital letters in my scripts just to so I don't accidentally invoke the original things, the original actual executables. Import Zerocoins, paste. You might notice I also have a clock in my prompt. I can't remember the command I did, but hey, there are plenty of ways to find on the internet how to do things like that, like ask Grok, or in that case it was before AI, so ask the internet, Google for it, DuckDuckGo, whatever. Another bunch of Zerocoins added. Alright, back to here, back to there, find, \s, replace all, select all, copy, and here we go again. Now the chances are you might, when you do it, you might only need one or two or three or four of these files, not 16 of them. Right, testnet, fail, CLI, import Zerocoins, 2 single quotes, paste. And then when we get to the end, I may as well persist to the end, and then I'll show you how much testnet fail is in here. Enter. And I'm doing all of this so I can show you all of this because these are testnet coins. And if I didn't stake them, maybe I will stake them gradually, because someone could whip up a testnet wallet, and they could basically copy and paste the Zerocoins out from out from the wallet. That would be interesting if I left it like that, and then I had Zerocoins mysteriously disappearing. Don't do this on mainnet. Alright, that's another one done. Okay, the next file, replace all, select all, copy, testnet, fail, CLI, import, Zerocoins, 2 single quotes, paste in the middle, nearly done. Okay, enter. I say enter because I've got a Windows keyboard even though I'm using a Mac. And there's another lot done. Now to the last file, or the first, depending on your perspective. Find, \S, replace all, select all, copy, testnet, fail, CLI, import, Zerocoins, and paste, of course. And enter. And this will be the last one. And there they are. Okay. So what I might do, I'll bring up that wallet if I can find it. Oh, come on. Wherever it's gone. I'll do it from here by show all windows because I can't find it. There it is. There it is. Oh, no, there it is. It's on my other monitor. I'll bring it over here. Alright. So now I will just end small on this a little bit. Okay, that's the correct time. There's obviously the correct height, and I've got staking disabled because if I turned on staking, it's going to well, it'll make everyone else stake less. It would make a huge change in difficulty, which as soon as I turn this off, there'll be a period of time where there won't be any staking because the difficulty will be too high. But we've got people mining as well, and mining can keep the chain going. And then our wonderful dark wave, was it dark gravity wave? No, I've forgotten. Difficulty adjustment algorithm. Dark gravity wave difficulty adjustment algorithm, which manages the difficulties of SHA-256, ProgPower, and RandomX, and Zerocoin staking all at once. And it works brilliantly. It's bulletproof. Anyway, so there we are. There we are. They're all there. And of course, if I go here, and just I don't need to worry about the command line. I can do this on the command line or here. It's just a matter of what's convenient. List, transactions. So there's autocomplete in the debug window or debug console. Lists transactions, and none of these will show. None of the imports of Zerocoins, they're not transactions, they're just injecting the old Zerocoin, or the Zerocoins from the old wallet into the new wallet. So I can go get wallet info, and we'll see there's only been 42 transactions on this wallet so far. Okay, that's all. 21.9 something million testnet fail balance. If you have to keep track of different wallets and things in a spreadsheet or something, you can always use these hierarchical deterministic seed ID, which happens to be the same as the master key ID in this case. And that just shows I've got it is unlocked. It's unlocked until infinity, which is 0 in this case, in case of this software. Staking is not enabled because I've turned it off. And you've also got the seeds for the Basecoin, Stealth and Zerocoin wallets. And so there we go.